Are you wondering what your listing agent isn't telling you? Have you bought or sold a home in the past and been frustrated when things came up that you wish you had known about ahead of time? Well, I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen. My name is Emily Bernard, and I'm a residential realtor in the Conejo Valley area of Southern California. I try to make sure that my clients know exactly what to expect throughout the process of selling their home, so there are no surprises along the way. In this video, I cover 5 things that many listing agents won't bring up in their listing appointment, but knowing these things ahead of time will set you up for success when you go to sell your home. Now, if you're looking to purchase a home, be sure to watch my buyer's edition of this same video. It's linked below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I publish another video about selling a home in the Conejo Valley. The first thing your agent might not be telling you is how real estate commissions are paid. As of August 2024, the way that we handle real estate commissions in the United States has changed. The old way was that the seller and the listing agent would pre-negotiate what the listing agent's commission would be and what the buyer's agent's commission would be, and the seller would pay both sides. The listing agent would try to take it at 5% or 6%, but now sellers have a listing agreement with their agent stating only what the listing agent will make. Buyers have a buyer-broker agreement with their agent stating what the buyer's agent will make. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the seller doesn't pay the buyer's agent commission anymore, but it means that the buyer has to request that it get paid with their offer. And most likely, the buyer will have this request written into their offer. So as the seller, you should know that this request will likely be made of you. Talk to your listing agent about what amount you would feel comfortable paying the buyer's agent to bring the buyer. In our market, we are seeing that overall sellers are willing to compensate the buyer's agent, and it's part of what's keeping our home values strong. But of course, as always, commissions are completely negotiable. Whatever commission rate you're paying, be sure to ask your agent what you're getting in terms of marketing and service offerings. This leads me to the second thing your agent probably isn't telling you. Not all realtors do the same thing. A lot of sellers assume that every agent offers the same level of services and marketing, but they don't. So be sure to interview your agent and ask them if they provide professional photos. This is an absolute must. What's the new iPhone that I have? And your iPhone 17 Pro doesn't count. Sorry, Apple. Sorry, Apple. I love your phone. I do. I took my family photos on that phone. I did. You see my chonkiness? No. Ask if they provide professional video and drone footage. Video is king when it comes to real estate marketing, yet only 9% of agents will create a listing video for their properties. Ask your agent to see examples of their photography because not all photographers are created equal. And then you can show like a really bad real estate photo, right? Targeted digital marketing. This is huge in this day and age. Most agents don't do this, or they don't know how to do it correctly. Staging. What else was I going to say about that? Staging. Staging makes a huge difference. Staged homes tend to sell for more money and in less time. So find out if your agent includes staging as part of their services. And ask to see examples of some of their staged properties because, again, not all stagers are created equal. I've seen some bad stage jobs. And then is there anything else that makes this agent stand out among their competition? Interview them and ask. The third thing your agent probably didn't tell you, and this one catches many sellers off guard, that is that your buyer, once under contract, is likely to ask you for repairs or credits. It doesn't matter how new your home is or how recently it was remodeled, the inspection report that your seller gets back is going to be lengthy. Be prepared for them to ask you for thousands of dollars in repairs or credits. I can almost guarantee it, like 99.9999999% of the time. Let's just call it 100, it's close enough. Now you can get ahead of this by spending maybe $1,000 and getting your own inspections done, fixing what you want to fix, and disclosing the rest to potential buyers, letting them know that it's all been factored into the asking price. Now, most sellers don't do this, but the ones that do find that it saves them money and headache. Saves them headaches? A headache. Headaches? The fourth thing your agent probably isn't telling you is how much you will net from the sale of your home. Most agents show up to a listing appointment and they don't bring a seller's net sheet, possibly because they don't want you to see how much money they're going to make. But you can't make one of the biggest financial decisions of your life without seeing the numbers. So ask your agent for a net sheet. It will break down your estimated closing costs after you pay off your mortgage and show you what you will net from the sale. Likely, possibly, may. Because at the end of all that, you haven't even said anything. The fifth thing that your agent probably isn't telling you, and this is a big one, proper pricing is imperative if you want to get top dollar. Oftentimes, a seller will have a number in mind that they want to get for their home, and the agent will agree to list at that price because they just want to get the listing. But this is a mistake, and they're not doing you any favors. For the best outcome, you should price your home in line with the comps. What are the comps for your home? Well, it's not necessarily your neighbor's home. Both your prospective buyers and the appraiser are going to look at comparable homes with similar square footage, same beds and bath, ideally built around the same time and in the same tract or neighborhood to come up with a value. If you're selling a 3,000 square foot home and your next door neighbor's house is only 1,800 square feet and it sold for $700 a square foot, this is not actually a comp for you. You need to look at homes that are within 10% of the size of your home. So in the example I gave, you'd be looking at homes that are about 2,700 to 3,300 square feet. Keep in mind that price per square foot can be deceiving because smaller homes tend to sell for a higher price per square foot and larger homes tend to sell for a lower price per square foot. You know what? That was for you. I had to give you a little treat, but you're the ultimate decider. Oh. But in the end, you get to decide. Your agent's job is to provide you with the data and their professional opinion on the price, but you are the ultimate decider. Just be sure to have a conversation about the pros and cons of overpricing before you go that route. Don't go that route. If you're considering selling your home in the Conejo Valley area, be sure to download my free e-booklet. It's linked below. It gives you all of my tips and tricks. And be sure to check out my other videos on preparing your home to sell. I've linked those below as well. Did I say as well twice? One last thing, when you're interviewing agents, keep in mind that the way they market themselves is a reflection of how they'll market your property. Bam! And if you'd like to interview me to represent your home, I'd be honored to. I look forward to hearing from you. My other videos on You don't like how I talk? This is what happens when I slow down. Forget what I was gonna say. You gotta hurry up and say it. Markets themselves this is not a good reflection of how I market myself. This is the way they interview themselves is a reflection of how they'll oh my God.
Did you catch it?
You couldn't keep it together. This is so good. I know, because I want to say interview. You get to decide. I am the decider of us three. From New Girl, I decide. Bam.